a few moments ago. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Now to return, this is David Johnson.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Detroit!
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On second down, here's Rudolph. Finding some room at midfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think. They can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Rudolph with 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Pats have taken the early lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. He's got it with the 15. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They come out here in the eye. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Hauschka with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Rudolph on first down. And Davis with it left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession.
Lucky 56. Here we go now.
Now Rudolph on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
Leopard! Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Go up and over. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. In for the score. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Gostkowski for the point after. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big one.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. On 2nd down, Rosen. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way down. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And that one results in 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals off. Goes on here in this situation. If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. On play action, Rosen sliding out of the pocket. He's going to, and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Just keeping the play alive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Gun!
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. Pulled in at the 24. So, you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Patriots coming out now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
23 yards on the play.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit!
Here's Rudolph. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's third and 1. Back to throw, Rudolph. And able to find Dorsett. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
New England on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Detroit! Gone!
Now it's Rudolph. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move. It's a way to pick up a first down.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Rudolph looking to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rudolph looking to throw it toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Here we go now. 3-19.
Again, it's Rudolph. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt off.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Extra point try for Gostkowski. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
On 1st down, it's Rudolph. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shane Ray in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Arizona. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rosen on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Detroit!
On third down, Rosen. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And
this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They will throw it here with Rudolph. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, Rudolph finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 10 more there and another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here comes a 1st down throw for Rudolph. This one left side caught by Barrios. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Rudolph. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows
when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hate it knowing that my thoughts